Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? So, hello, Retro Fox. Hello, Harvey T. Hello, Jeremy, Trina, Sad Mac, Will Jacobs, Garth, Sean from Action Retro, Patrick Geis, Thomas Armstrong, and that loser Retro Techie. Ah, hi, and there's Chris. I missed you, Chris. It was very disappointing not having you there. So, this is going to be kind of screwed up because my streaming PC decided to give up the ghost. So we're going to do everything in the little corner here. And this is going to be fun. So, as you can see, Lydia's here keeping watch on everything. Oh, that's okay, Chris. I had to say it was kind of disappointing, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I found a couple of things, but yeah, it was kind of disappointing, to be honest. So, yeah, it was average size. The one we had last year was actually bigger. So, maybe. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It was just, I mean, compared to the one that we had System Source a couple months ago, I mean, this one was really good. The one we had a System Source a couple months ago was really, really pathetic. So, but I was able to find something really good there. So, here's Mr. Parada. He's being a brat. Yeah, the swap meet at System Source in Baltimore was very disappointing, but the museum made up for it, so it was still worth the drive no matter how you looked at it. So, hey, there's Steve. Yeah, hopefully next year he'll if he does it again next year down there, I hope that more people participate. No, I did not get the cat at the swap meet, jerk. What are you looking at, bitch? She wants attentions. My void. So I'll show a couple things since I do have my HD camera here. So in a fit of stupidity, I picked up a 3rd gen Apple TV. I downloaded software onto my Mac to allow me to hack this and do some modifications and maybe be able to actually do something with this. I bought one of these brand new several years ago. I used it for about a week and then I gave it away to somebody because it was so disappointing, and I went back to my Roku's. So, um, yeah, whatever. It can be unauthorized. I don't care. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try some like homebrew stuff with this. I got the remote. I only paid $10 for it. I got the remote with it, and it actually still works. So, so yeah, I don't have a streaming box for my TV in my living room, so that'll give me something to play with. Yes, Tom, I started early. Sorry. So, item number 2 that I picked up, which was another dumb purchase, but was cheap, was I got this tablet, this crappy iPad 2. So I didn't realize that Apple's practically cut all 32-bit apps off their app store. So This thing is quite literally a brick. So, which is a shame because I actually like these. So, it was only $5. So, I mean, the smart case is probably worth that, to be honest with you. So, and one other thing I got cheap was this. And if you can tell from looking at it, it is a very noisy. I must have been watching YouTube on it last night when I fell asleep. Yep, I was. It is a very Mojave MacBook Air. I think it's a 2011 model. So I got this because my MacBook Pro died. Yeah, mid 2011. It's a 1.7 gigahertz i5 with a whopping 4 gigs of RAM. I got it for nothing. Greg Thompson was nice and donated it to me. He felt bad because I was having problems with the MacBook Pro that I bought. So I was looking at this. It's like, wow, that would make a good little laptop just to have around and, you know, use while my Pro is being repaired. So it was nice, and he just gave it to me. So maybe he got it out of recycling. So, you know, it's actually not a bad little computer. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world. So, but what I'll do is I'll use it until I get my MacBook Pro back, and then I'll give it to a friend of mine. So, but it's very light. I mean, it is very small and very light. I'm actually surprised. It's got a hell of a speaker in it. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a MacBook Air. I mean, what more do you want? So, what? What? Come on, don't fight with each other, jerks. So, how much stuff did I get rid of? Not enough, let me tell you. And believe me, I did not make any money. Great view there. The cat's tail. Yep, there she is. There's Lucy. Lucy! Hi, little girl. Prada just ran off. Yeah, cats everywhere. Junk everywhere, too. I really got to clean this place. So you can see another item over there that I got. So I got a pair of iMacs. This one I'm keeping. This is a 2011 model with a Core i5 in it. And I'm going to keep this one. I use it here on my desk, and I'm going to use it. And the main reason I got this is because I can't do virtual machines on Big Sur anymore. So I kind of got this to really do like parallels and do virtual machine stuff. So so yeah, I got this here, and then the big one, that's a 27-inch down there. So that's a 2010, and that's actually a Core i3 model. And I got that to give to a friend of mine in Philadelphia. He's still rocking a 2006 Core 2 Duo iMac. And he's stuck on, I think, Lion. And he wants something a little newer. So I got him that, and then we're going to. He's got a house full of old Macs, so. Hey, Greg. Anybody else I didn't say hi to? I apologize. I sold woefully little. I think I made $25, which didn't even cover the $30 I paid for the 2 spots. So, unfortunately, I did not get any like classic Macs. The There were a few there. There were woefully little, and the ones that were there, people were asking stupid money for. Um, so there was a guy there selling a Mac. I think it was a 512 or a Plus with a hyperdrive upgrade in it, and he wanted $500 for it, but it needed an analog board. The fly black blew up on it, so it wasn't even working. There's a guy selling some Apple IIs for like $250, $300, and yeah, it's just way out of my price range. So a lot of the stuff that I got, I actually paid nothing for. People were nice enough to donate stuff to me, so I'll definitely take donations. So some of it I traded for. Like the next item, I actually took in a trade. So and this is probably one of the 2 best things that I got. And I apologize for the lighting situation. This setup really sucks. You see yourself on the iPad. So this is a Toshiba Libretto 110 CP. So this is a mini laptop. It's a Pentium. I believe it's a Pentium 200. Because this is actually came with Windows 98 on. So, but I got the port replicator, and this one actually has a PS2 port on it, and of course the power supply. I got the HP calculator case, the PC card floppy drive, so you can actually have a floppy disk. And this is kind of cool. I didn't even think this would work, but it came with a USB 2 card, PC MCIA card. It's USB 2.0, and it actually does fit. Surprising. Because this is card bus. I didn't think this machine would have card bus, but it does. So that opens up a world of possibilities right there. Just having that. So unfortunately, it doesn't work. The power's on, but it doesn't actually. The screen doesn't come on. So it's going to be a repair job. It's in pretty good shape, though. I mean, filthy. It's dirty. I need to clean it a little bit. So, but this is going to be this is going to be a repair job for sure. So, and this is it's a 110 CT 4.3. So it initially had a 4.3 gig hard drive, and it's factory reconditioned. So they must have bought it from Toshiba as a refurbed unit. So. Yeah, I got everything at this, Chris. So everything but the full blown dock. It even came with this little case here, which is actually perfect. I know it's probably not for this, but everything fits perfectly. So but if you think that's cool, Chris, just wait till you see what the next thing is. Because the next thing is really freaking cool. And I haven't even done anything with this yet. Yeah, it does. So it does power on. It doesn't boot because the hard drive has no activity. It does power on. There's nothing on the screen. And if you press the keys on the keyboard, it'll start beeping at you. So the machine itself, like I think the motherboard is fine. I think there just might be a connection between the screen and the main board that's bad. And of course the hard drive is most likely no good. So yeah, it'll get fixed. So I wanted a libretto for 20 years. One of my own. So and I finally got one. Yeah, I will. I'm going to do all that live on stream. I'm going to try all the repair stuff. And, you know, we'll definitely take a look at it. What's going on? So. No, there were no 5,1 Pros there. There was a whole bunch of 3,1s. The guy wanted like $200 each for, but no 4 or 5,1s. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. So anyway, so time for the main attraction. So I got to get this. I got to get this 21-inch iMac off the desk because I'm not gonna have enough room on this. Let me tell you, this thing's a chunk. So I want to introduce to you the ultimate in portable computing. As soon as I catch my breath. Sorry about the mic being low. Yeah, it's kind of behind me. So, as for the pinnacle of technology here. Whew. Oh. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm regretting this. So, Prada, it's not a toy. Idiot. Prada, it's not a toy. This is a compact portable. The very first one. I'm pretty sure it's the first one. I don't know if it works, but it's all here, and it's in pretty good shape. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can fix up this camera here once. It looks like shit. Well, there we go. All right. Oh. So here is the portable one in all its glory. So, keyboard yellow, but everything else is here. Both drives are here. This is not a boot disc for this one. This is a CPM disc. So, no idea if it works. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to find out if it freaking works. So we're going to check it out first. So, it needs cleaned badly. This was definitely, this was a recycle rescue. So, but I'll take a look over here. So we see we have parallel CGA with composite. Looks like another parallel port, but I'm not sure what this one is. Serial port and a whole modem here. Wow. And then over here, just power supply. Normally the power cord would go in here. Oh. Yeah, it is a Hayes modem. I cut off all my fingernails. So. Come on. Got this thing right off at the show. I used to be an expert at taking these things off. Ah, fuck it. We'll open it up later. Oh, I know. I know they have Reapus. That's fine. It's all good. Hey, everything is broken. All right. See what happens. Now the fan's on. Oh, cursor. Oh, maybe I should find a disc. Damn it. There. Oh, thanks, Chris. I'm sure the keyboard's shot. Son of a bitch. It boots. Yep, keyboard shot. Definitely going to need redone. But I expected that. But it fucking boots. Son of a bitch. That's fucking awesome. Right out of the box. There are no external keyboards. Well, that's great. Oh, that's wow. I'm happy about that. This was like the crowning jewel. This and the libretto were the two things that I really wanted the most. So I have to thank I have to give a heartfelt thanks to Greg Thompson for this one. So Greg Thompson from Mac Yak. He rescued this from a gentleman recycling it at Best Buy. He got this. He got the libretto, 3 or 4 Osbornes, and he sold the Osbornes at the shop. I mean, Greg's the one that made all the money. He sold a couple iMacs, couple desktops, all the Osbornes he had. So, and he was nice enough to donate this one to me, and as well as the libretto. And he told me he didn't try to do anything with it. So I knew the keyboard would be shot. They're the BTC foam and foil keyboard. They're notorious for having problems. Tech Select down in Texas, he actually sells a kit to redo them. And oh, thank you, Garth. Appreciate it. But I actually one of the reasons I wanted this is because I used to have one of these. So years and years ago, it starts as many stories do. I was a freshly paroled convicted felon living at the YMCA in single room housing, and it was actually a lot better than you think it was. It was actually pretty good. And somebody threw one of these away in York City, so I grabbed it, took it back, plugged it in, worked great. Had dual drives, had a 20 megabyte hard card in it. I was thrilled because I actually had a computer I could use, and I thought I was just happier than a pig in shit right then. So, and so I used to have one. I've had a couple of these over the years, and you know, these were the first commercially successful clone of the IBM PC too. And as of next year, this computer will be 40 years old. If you can believe that, 40 years. So this is by far, besides if you don't go back into my electromechanical stuff, this is by far the oldest computer that I own. So I'm not sure. Judging from the cards that are in it, I think it has a full 640. I'm not sure though. I won't actually know until I can actually boot it up with a keyboard. So, but yeah, I'm really glad this one here works. Although I was prepared to work on it if I had to. I knew the keyboard was going to need work. So I'm going to need to service the floppy drives, of course. But the fact that it just booted right up, I mean, that's just freaking awesome. So, you know. And I got one other thing too, but it's still down in the car, and I'm not going down to go get it. I also picked up a NCR Safari laptop. It's nothing to get excited about. Somebody gave Greg a whole bag full of Libretto 20 CT parts, and he gave them to me. But the most interesting thing out of that was there was a Japanese keyboard in there. Oh, speaking of that, I did get one other thing. Speaking of Japanese keyboards, unfortunately, I dropped it. Broke one of the hinges. So this is a Lenovo netbook, little netbook. Not sure what model it is. I think it's an IdeaPad, an early one. Unfortunately, I broke this freaking hinge here. Yeah, it's an IdeaPad. S10S, S10E. But it has a Japanese keyboard. So, I mean, it'll go in my collection of strange little laptops. You know, it's not like I'm going to do anything great with it or anything. I just thought it was neat. I was actually looking at it, and the guy says, "You know, I've had like 5 people look at that thing. Just take the freaking thing with you." Okay, so he just gave it to me, so I took it. I have no idea if it works. So. I should have a power adapter here somewhere for it. I should have one somewhere. So, I just thought it was cute. I got this. Trina knows I have an affinity for these little mini laptops. Make the world's weakest Hackintosh iPhone. Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. I mean, it's got an Intel Atom processor in it. You know, that thing can barely get out of its own way. So, yeah, Trina sent me several of them. I still have them here. Eventually, I'm going to make a shelf above my desk. I eventually want to make a shelf. Brother, come on. I want to make a shelf up above here, or a couple shelves, and put my little laptop collection up. Yeah. Yeah, you said you didn't want anything for it, so well, I took it. So, hi Bruce, how are you? I'm sorry if there's anyone else here I did not say hi to. Thank you, Chris, for the super chat. I appreciate that. And Garth, thank you for the donation to the channel. It's always appreciated. Yeah, he was super nice. He had some pretty good, pretty cheap stuff too. So, oops. No, my wall clock hasn't had a good battery in it in like 2 years. So, I'm too lazy to change the battery in it. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, it's correct twice a day. There, I should keep you guys happy for a while. Yeah, if he shows up again next year, I think I'm going to maybe try to buy some processors off of him cheap so I can do the collage I wanted to do on this wall here with all the various processors and stuff that have been made over the years. And he had a collection of some, well, pretty piss poor condition chips that would have been perfect for something like that. Somebody was actually selling something like that at the show as a collection of all the processors that Apple used over the years, and it was really nice. I don't know what he sold it for, but it was pretty cool. So I'd like to do something similar to that. So yeah, now I'm good for a few more years. Yeah, thanks, Patrick. That's actually the only clock in the house that had a dead battery, amazingly. Usually I have 2 or 3 of them that don't have the right time. That one there was actually the only one. I never bother with it because I never really look at it. See, this little spot here used to have my entertainment center and everything. You know, my TV and everything used to be in this corner. So you'd look at it all the time, but since my computer's here, I'm always looking the opposite direction. So I truthfully never even pay attention to it. So, you know. Oh, goodness. Oh, I am tired. Oh, excuse me. So that's everything I got. Yeah, and the computer, and then I have a clock on my desk too. So, you guys want to take a little tour here? So this is my desk. As you can see, there's not much desk. It's a bit of a mess right now. So, but this is my Mac Pro down there. There's crap on top of it. So, but yeah, I have an antique GE clock here on my desk that I use all the time. That one I'm always this is the clock that's the clock I always migrate to. I really don't even look at the one on the computer. I mean, I have the one up there, but I always look down here. So, oh, now the workbench is just covered in shit. And then the computer died, and that air conditioner needs to be torn out. It's just, yeah, it's just a mess in general. So, but I mean, like this here's not normally, I mean, this laptop's always here. There's usually not as much shit on top of it, but I was working on the iMac last night, upgrading the memory, so I had the memory out. Of course, my screwdriver's out, that can be put away. So, it's a bit of a disaster right now. Oh, yes, and then we have my... It's nicked for working by Dummkopfen. My label printer. You're part of a cheese grater Mac Pro. What part do you have? Drive tray? The RAM shell? Oh, you mean a RAM board? One of the RAM boards from one of the older ones. I got crap loads of those. Oh, you have the actual shell it goes in. Okay, I got you. Well, just think 342 more parts and you can have a fully operating Mac Pro. Yeah, he's almost there. So I've had mine, I'm trying to think here. Pretty sure it's been over 3 years now. Best $100 I ever spent. Let me tell you. Thing has been a freaking awesome machine. It's a fucking tank. It's just a beast. It just never dies. And mine's a single processor. It's a 3.06 gigahertz 6-core Xeon. Got 64 gigs of RAM. An RX 580. Multiple SSDs. I have the SSDs on their own interface card. Directly in the SATA bus. I have USB 3. I have, I think, 4 terabytes of RAID storage on this machine, plus 8 more on my server. Yeah, I know. I clean them out like once a week. Every time I get the vacuum cleaner out, I always suck out the cat hair. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great machine. The Dell that I have, the one that died, is actually basically the PC equivalent. It's got dual 5775 Xeons at 3.06 gigahertz. I mean, it's basically got all the same stuff. So, unfortunately, I don't have the money to buy a new one. Oh, excuse me, Patrick. I wish I did. I actually would like to have. I wouldn't mind having an iMac Pro. I've been looking at iMac Pros, and they're actually not going for a lot of money. Yes, it's been open cord. I'm running Big Sur on it right now. So yeah, the Dell that I have on the streaming bench is a old. It's an old Precision. It's basically the PC version of my Mac Pro. Um, it worked fine. I don't know what happened to it. I have a newer one. I have a newer Precision. That's the one I have hooked up to my television right now. That has dual Xeon E5s in it. So that one there's about 6 years old, I think. The other one's about, I think, 12 or 13. So yeah, I'm just surprised that the iMac Pro is not demanding more. I mean, in the used market than um, other machines. I mean, honestly, a 2013 Mac Pro is actually going for more money in a lot of cases than the iMac Pros are. So, you know, I'm just I mean, I was looking online last night. I mean, I could buy an iMac Pro with pretty decent specs right now for $1,500 if I had the money, which I don't. Anybody want to donate? Um, you know, it's a shame they did away with that machine. That was a freaking beautiful machine. Great, great workstation. So, like, I wouldn't mind an iMac Pro. I replaced this Mac Pro with an iMac Pro. Move this Mac Pro over to my streaming bench. Yeah, I'm not convinced on M1 Jet. Sorry. I'm one of those I like my shit tried and true and well broken in. So, you know, when they start coming on the used market, I'll start looking. I don't buy new computers. I haven't bought a new computer in, oh my God, a decade. Yeah, that's what Steve has a Mac Studio, and he says his videos render, and he does usually does 4K. He says his videos render in like no time now. I haven't even rendered a video lately. So people ask stupid money for stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. I look around and there was a guy selling a 5.1 Mac Pro similar to mine, but it was a dual processor. It still had the original processor. He wanted like $1,500 for it. I'm like, dude, that's like $1,200 more than the fucking thing's worth. You know, it had the original, I think, 16 gigs of RAM in it, and that was it. You know, see you, Retro Techie. You know, now I paid $100 for my. I bought it off of Jay. I paid $100 for it. Now, let me tell you, that $100 did not get me. It got me almost nothing. It got me a quad core 2.6 gigahertz processor and 16 gigs of memory, and that was it. No hard drives, no video card, no optical drives, nothing. I mean, this thing was stripped. So, and then I had to pay another like $55 to ship it. So, but everything that this machine has in it now is pretty much stuff I've done to it since I've had it. So, you know, I'm the one that's I put the RX 580 in, I put the new processor in, I put the 64 gigs of RAM in. the SSDs, the hard drives. I mean, the whole nine. So, and I don't regret anything. I'm very happy with this machine. Oh, it's got a Blu-ray drive in it. I never use it, but it has one. Yeah, 64 gigs. Sorry, I don't do that triple channel shit. I don't think that works on a single processor anyway. But yeah, I have 64 gigs and the computer pretty much just does streaming and plays YouTube. So it's not broken, Jay. I'm talking about the hellacious deal I got all of my Mac Pro from you. So, well, I think at this point in time, I think I'm probably going to hang it up because I'm tired. I managed to sell. No, I did not sell the Zotac computer. Wait, I think I gave it away to somebody. Um, I have another one. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to call it a night. So, I'm tired. I need to lay down, maybe chill out with the cats for a little bit before I go to bed. So, thanks everybody for joining me. Thank you to Chris and Garth for your super chats. I appreciate it. So, everyone have a wonderful night. I don't even have an outro screen, so I'm just going to go right to black. So, later, everybody.